I was going to make a video on Blue Beetle, but I just could not bring myself to care about the film in question enough to do so. Mostly because it would just be me going, I told you so for 5 minutes. So instead, I'm going to attempt to fix the DCEU. This will be pretty simple compared to my previous efforts in this series, as we will start with a Superman film starring Henry Cavill. You can't go wrong, except Zack Snyder somehow managed to do so. And here's where a lot of people might mess up, and have messed up in the past. They would write a story with a villain that has some way to fight Superman directly. They make a Zod or a Lex Luthor and give him kryptonite so that he can fight Superman on equal terms. The problem with that is that at that point, Superman is no longer Superman. Superman's whole shtick is being practically invincible. Once you make him vulnerable, that vital element is lost. If you want a compelling Superman villain, then you make him go after the people around Superman. Have the villain be smart enough to realize that if he is unable to harm Superman directly, then harming his family and friends is the better option. Heck, have the villain be a normal crook that is just out for revenge. Let it be a race against time where Superman is never sure where the Scudweasel will strike next. Put us under some actual tension for a change rather than the BS of, oh yeah, and we killed Superman and made him evil. Next up, we would make a Batman film where he is in his prime and have an actor who looks the part and can play the part, not whatever this thing is. Ugh. Have him dealing with the crooks and crazies around Gotham. Make it where he faces off against the Joker and Bane, maybe. Throw in a few Rogues Gallery alumni in there as well. If you're feeling particularly generous, give him any love interest but Catwoman. And for God's sakes, none of this apathetic I'm gonna hang up the suit because someone died crap. If you kill a character, make it steal his resolve, so at the end of the film he's more like the righteous specter of vengeance that he so shoddily rips off. Lastly, in the main lineup, Wonder Woman is a slam dunk. Drop her in a city ridden with loads of disposable baddies and try not to allow her to talk too much. I mean, who said that? But seriously, Gal Gadot, yes, Gadot. Either get a real name or shut up about it when people mispronounce yours. Let's be honest, she doesn't have great acting range. So have her do an Arnie from Conan, occasionally delivering a badass one-liner while looking damn good doing so. Recasting would happen as always. Ezra Miller is out as the Flash, and someone with more talent and hopefully less playground proclivities can replace him. I don't really care who, as long as they are less of a PR nightmare. Jason Momoa would stay on as Aquaman, and you could do something with his people in Themyscira in a future film. Maybe they've got some history, I don't know. We improvise. I would try to keep the stories as small as possible for as long as possible. Team-up films might happen at some indeterminate point in the future, but I would rather have 5 or 6 good, successful small stories than one big burnout film that everyone watches and then completely checks out of the series. Endgame! And for God's sakes, I would hire someone who actually knows something about the characters and source material. And let them make most of the creative decisions. I really should stop fixing Hollywood's problems for free. I take payment in cash, check, or the Lord of the Rings license for those of you who are wondering. This has been Pete the Heretical Nerd, signing off.